Students, welcome to another video on economics today. Today we will discuss a significant issue of Indian economy, that is poverty in India. Watch this video till end to get the detailed idea about this important topic. So let's start. First, poverty in India is a persistent challenge for Indian economy. Despite of a significant economic growth and development over past few decades, this challenge continues in India nowadays. We will first see the current status of poverty. India has made considerable progress in reducing the poverty since 1990s, particularly after the economic liberalization. The poverty reduced significantly after the economic liberalization, that is the privatization, the globalization of Indian economy. According to the World Bank estimates, extreme poverty. What is extreme poverty? That is the people living on less than $1.90 per day PPP, that is purchasing power parity, has sharply declined in India. So, according to World Bank, the extreme poverty has sharply declined in India nowadays, but due to the regional disparity, the poverty remains more concentrated in the rural areas now. What is the causes of poverty in India? First, we will see the historical factors. The colonial exploitation led to underdevelopment in the country. There was British rule in our country for more than 2 decades. Due to that, the colonial exploitation was the main cause of underdevelopment in the country, and there was social stratification in our country. That is the class and caste system, the upper caste, the lower caste, the upper class, the lower class system, which restricted the opportunities of many people in our country. This is the historical factor. Then the economic inequality. Despite of the high GDP growth, wealth is unevenly distributed in our country. We have a very high GDP growth, but the wealth in our country is not equally distributed among the citizens. Also, the employment is dominated by the informal sector, which offers the low wages and low job security in our country. Then the population growth, which is the main problem of our country. Rapid population growth puts pressure on the limited resource of the country. Then rural-urban division. Rural India faces limited access to infrastructures, education and healthcare. Due to the problems in the rural India, the urban migration is increasing day by day, and urban migration often results in increasing slum areas in the urban areas. This is the rural-urban division which causes poverty in India. Then unemployment. High levels of unemployment and underemployment elevates the poverty levels. Many youth in our country have no formal employment. And what is underemployment? When someone is not employed according to his own qualification or skills, it is called underemployment. So youth of our country faces problems like unemployment and underemployment. That's why the poverty is also increasing. Then some government initiatives to tackle poverty. What are the government initiatives to tackle the poverty? First is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is NREGA, and this guarantees 100 days of wage employment for rural households. Then Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which focuses on the affordable housing for all. It gives housing for all the people who have no house. Then the public distribution system, that is PDS, which provides subsidized food and essential items to the BPL. It provides the food and essential items in a very low price. And then Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, it aims for the financial inclusion for all the citizens of India. Then the Ayushman Bharat Yojana, which provides healthcare facilities and insurance to the economically vulnerable groups. It aims to provide better healthcare to all the citizens of India. Then the challenges our country is facing to reduce the poverty. The first is implementation gap due to inefficiency and corruption. There are various programs to reduce poverty, but there is an implementation gap due to the inefficiency of the people who have the charge to implement the schemes. And also corruption is the biggest problem of our country. Then urban poverty. The increasing urbanization led to homelessness and unemployment in the cities now. Due to the unavailability of the facilities in the rural areas, the people from the rural areas are migrating towards the urban area to get the job, which is increasing the pressure on urban areas and which is also increasing the urbanization and which is leading to homelessness in the urban areas and unemployment in the cities. It is known as the urban poverty, and which is increasing day by day. Also, the economic slowdowns in our country is a main cause of poverty in the country. These are major challenges on the way to reduce poverty. Then the focus, what should be the focus to reduce the poverty? First is the education and skill development. There should we focus on the educational development and skill development of all the citizens. Then the healthcare access. Better healthcare access for all will also help to reduce the poverty. Then the sustainable and inclusive growth. What is sustainable and inclusive growth? It is the growth of all the citizens without harming our environment. So this type of growth will reduce the poverty in future. Then the rural development. The development in the rural areas should be conducted in the forms of infrastructure, agriculture, healthcare in rural areas. Also education. So if rural development will take place, then less urban migration will be there. Then the social protection for everyone. All the citizens from all classes, castes and regions and sex should be protected, which will provide them better opportunities to work and which will ultimately reduce the poverty in India. So there should be focus on all these areas to reduce the poverty in future. This is all about the poverty in India, which is a major issue in Indian economy. I will come with another informative topic in my next video. So subscribe and stay connected. This is all for today. Thank you.